This episode is provided by Thomas Allgaier and Frennis, based on the most relevant LinkedIn posts about AI in B2B marketing in calendar weeks 23 and 24. Frennis is a B2B market research company that supports enterprise marketing teams in unlocking the full potential of their customer data with the help of AI. You can find more info in the description.
And welcome to the deep dive, everyone.
Yes, welcome. We're so glad you're here. Today, we're on a pretty specific mission. We are analyzing the absolute top AI in B2B marketing trends that have just exploded across LinkedIn over the past 2 weeks.
Right, and we're cutting through the hype. We are looking at what is actually working out there and, honestly, what is completely breaking.
Exactly. And to make this easy to follow, we've clustered all these insights into 3 main themes for you. First, we'll look at AI visibility and search, basically how you even get found by AI.
Which is harder than it sounds right now.
Oh, it really is. Then our second theme is agentic GTM and sales automation, which is all about scaling your outreach without, completely alienating your buyers.
And then we'll wrap up with our third theme, AI readiness, customer experience, and what we're calling the human edge. Because you really have to redesign your whole operating model for this.
Yeah, it's a lot. So let's just jump right into that first theme. AI visibility. Because look, before you can sell anything to a buyer, they have to actually find you, right?
Right. And the way they find you has fundamentally changed.
It really has. Being number one on Google used to be the ultimate finish line. But now, buyers are having conversations with ChatGPT or Gemini or Perplexity.
Exactly. The blue links are kind of disappearing.
Yeah, and if your strategy is just standard SEO, you might be totally invisible now. Saharsh Agrawal actually had this massive aha moment about this recently.
Oh, right. I saw his post. It was a harsh reality check.
It really was. His team was ranking number one on Google for all their target terms. Their SEO dashboards were all green. But then they actually tested it by asking ChatGPT the exact queries their buyers use.
Let me guess. They weren't there at all.
Completely invisible. Competitors with like half the content were getting cited instead just because of how their content was structured.
Wow. That's rough.
It is. It's like being the absolute best restaurant in town, but the hotel concierge, which is the AI, doesn't even know you exist to recommend you.
That's the perfect analogy.
But it begs the question, right? If our optimized websites aren't what the AI is looking at, where is it actually getting these answers from?
So SubmitN did some really fascinating research on this. He tracked where the citations were coming from, and he found that AI almost never cites company websites.
Wait, really? Never?
Almost never. It pulls its answers heavily from places like Reddit or G2 or listicles.
Why would it prioritize a random Reddit thread over an official company page?
Because recency and plain words just win. AI models are trained to mimic natural language. So a Reddit thread where people are just naturally debating a tool is incredibly rich for the AI. It skips over the polished, jargon-heavy marketing copy.
Ah, okay, so it wants real answers, not marketing stuff. I know Sainem Obasser has been testing this aggressively. He actually built 12 specialized Claude AI agents just to optimize his content for AI search.
12 agents? That's a lot.
Yeah, 12. He has them covering completely new concepts like intent mapping and answer optimization. He basically proved that traditional SEO tools are just ignoring this new conversational layer.
Right, but you also need the right strategy behind those tools. Carlos Silva shared a brilliant insight about focusing on category entry points, or CEPs.
Oh, I've heard of those. What does that actually look like in practice?
Well, instead of writing an article for a generic keyword, you write for the specific situation the buyer is in. Like Carlos's team literally titled an article, AI keeps citing other sites instead of mine.
Oh, that's smart. You're matching the exact prompt a frustrated marketer would type into ChatGPT.
Precisely. You target the situation, not the keyword. And he noted that because of that strategy, his content is still getting continually cited by AI engines months later.
That is so cool. And you can see the whole market reacting to this shift. Adobe just launched an entire brand visibility suite. Jasper has their GEO agent now.
Yeah, the big platforms know that if the AI doesn't recommend you, you aren't making the short list.
Exactly. Okay, so let's follow the journey here. The AI finally recommends you. The buyer has intent. Now, how does your sales team engage? This brings us to theme 2, agentic GTM and sales automation.
This is where things get really wild. We are seeing an absolute explosion of AI, SDRs, and multi-agent stacks.
Yeah, let's start with the extreme successes. Luna Chen built a 6-agent system that detects real-time buying signals on LinkedIn.
How does that actually work?
It scores the signals from 0 to 100 based on intent and then automates the outreach. She's getting like 25 to 30 booked calls a week with this setup.
That is a massive amount of volume.
Right. And Dima Bills took it even further. He completely replaced his SDR team with a 7-agent GTM stack.
Replaced the whole team.
Yeah. He has an AI signal hunter, an email finder, a tier sorter. It's a whole automated machine.
That's the high end of success, though. We really need to talk about the backlash, because there is a very dark side to this trend.
Oh, the spam. My inbox is a nightmare right now.
It is. And it's hitting voice calls, too. Atiq Abdullah shared this awful experience of getting a call from an AI SDR. He said there was this robotic 2-second latency, and it just completely failed to match his human energy.
That sounds so incredibly awkward.
It was. It couldn't handle any deviation from the script. And the market is pushing back hard. Noah Sturm shared a stat that AI SDR startups are seeing 50 to 70% churn rates right now.
Wait, 70%? That means people are buying it, realizing it's hurting their brand, and just ripping it right back out.
Exactly. Noah pointed out that 95% of cold outbound is already ignored by buyers. So using AI to just send 10 times more of it, you're just creating more volume slop.
Yeah, Jonathan MK brought this up on LinkedIn, too. He asked, are we just giving a megaphone to someone who doesn't know what to say?
That is a perfect way to phrase it.
Right. Like, if you multiply a fundamentally broken GTM motion with AI, you don't magically get pipeline. You just get a faster broken GTM motion.
Exactly. The problem isn't the volume, it's the context. Henry Schuck, the CEO of ZoomInfo, actually argued that the AI models themselves aren't the bottleneck anymore.
Really? What is the bottleneck then?
Entity resolution.
Yeah.
It's the context. Basically, knowing which Cisco in your messy CRM database is the actual enterprise account you want to target.
Oh, I see. Because a human rep can look at 5 duplicate records and just know which one is real.
Right. But an AI doesn't have that intuition. So if your data is bad, the AI just guesses. And then you end up automating emails to a plumber instead of a global tech VP.
Ouch. Yeah, that's exactly how you alienate buyers. So how do you fix that?
Well, Lindsay Roethlisberger had a great take on this. She says winning teams need a hybrid approach. You need centralized agents run by RevOps to handle the data hygiene and the rules.
Okay, so secure the foundation first.
Right. And then you have distributed skills. You empower the individual human reps to build their own automations on top of that safe foundation.
Oh, like Johnny Barrett at Stripe. He's an account executive who built his own agents to solve his specific workflow bottlenecks. He reported a 5x productivity boost from doing that.
Exactly. You give the human the superpower, you don't try to just replace them.
Which is the perfect transition to our final theme. Redesigning the operating model, customer experience, and the human edge.
This is the big structural shift. And honestly, a lot of leaders are struggling with it.
Yeah, I know we were looking at some insights from the recent Forrester CX Summit in Amsterdam about this.
Right. And Anika Kroll shared some wild data from the big consulting firms. 65% of CMOs expect AI to completely disrupt their role.
Okay, so they know it's coming.
They do. But then she noted that only 6% of European marketing organizations have actually advanced their Gen AI maturity.
Wait, so 65% know it's a disruption, but only 6% are actually doing anything about it?
Exactly. There's this huge gap. Her takeaway was that leaders need to stop just measuring tool adoption, like how many licenses they bought, and start measuring actual workflow redesign.
That perfectly matches what Eldon Thomas was arguing at that Forrester event. He told CX leaders they need to stop advising and start operating.
I love that. What was his main point there?
He basically said CX leaders need to own the agentic infrastructure layer. They need to carry a revenue number instead of just running, journey mapping workshops all day.
That makes total sense because AI is literally turning brand loyalty into a customer access problem. Tiziano Ciambali used that phrase, and it is so accurate.
A customer access problem, because AI is standing between the brand and the buyer now.
Yes, the AI is the gatekeeper. And the scariest part, Enza Iannopoulos shared that only 16% of consumers actually fully trust AI.
Oh, wow. So you have a gatekeeper that nobody even trusts.
Exactly, which is why you absolutely need the human edge.
Yes. AJ Eckstein talked about this after the Zero Click NYC event. He had this great line, taste is the new job security.
That is so true.
Like, sure, an AI can write the blog post or code the email, but it takes a human to look at it and decide if it's actually good.
Right, because without that human taste, you get what Jay Pacheco calls blanding.
Blanding.
Yeah.
That is such a great word for it.
Isn't it? AI convergence is creating this massive brand sameness. because everyone is using the same LLMs, trained on the same data. Everything just reverts to the average.
They see it constantly on LinkedIn. Every post has the exact same structure and the same rocket ship emojis. It's just a sea of average.
Exactly. That human taste layer is literally the only thing keeping your brand from blending in with everyone else.
Kieran Flanagan actually offered a golden rule for this. He said, rent the model, own the intelligence.
That should be on a poster in every marketing department.
Seriously, don't outsource your core strategy to Claude or ChatGPT. Rent them for execution, but you have to own your unique human insights.
Definitely. And actually, that brings up a really provocative final thought from Zach Peroch that I want to leave you with today.
Oh, lay it on us.
So Google has been telling marketers that to survive this shift, we need to write non-commodity content, right? Like unique firsthand experiences.
Right. Stuff the AI couldn't possibly know.
But Zach pointed out that the very second you publish your unique perspective, an AI crawler reads it and absorbs it into its training data.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. The moment the AI learns your unique point of view, it stops being unique. It just becomes part of the AI's commodity knowledge base.
Oh, wow. So does unique content even have a shelf life anymore?
Exactly. Does everything just eventually become an AI commodity? It is definitely something for you to think about as you plan your next campaign.
That is a heavy thought to end on, but a very real one. Well, we have covered a lot today, from AI visibility to multi-agent SDR stacks to the human edge.
It is a wild time to be in B2B marketing, that's for sure.
It really is. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, new episodes drop every 2 weeks. Also, check out our other editions on account-based marketing, field marketing, channel marketing, MarTech, go-to-market, and social selling.
Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive.
Yes, thank you. Keep your human edge and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.